Uh, a few weeks ago, I was strolling on Facebook and a conversation came up that asked, should a person that has wronged the community went in and served their time and came back out, should those people have a right to come back out and serve our community? See if I can get some people to come in and chime in on this conversation. So, I am a member of the Circle Brotherhood, and our organization are comprised of men from the suites and men from the streets. And so it was that collaboration that really makes our organization so powerful. Because for a long time, people that were from the suites, meaning people that have their careers, people that have been to college, and I guess those people are sinless, So you used to have the people from the suites, they would turn their nose up at people from the streets as if they were different. And then the people from the streets, we had an issue with people from the suites because we recognized that they looked down on us. And so that was a conflict, right? But in our organization, we brought the people from the streets and the suites, we brought them together because we come to find out that there are some people that is from the suites that have never saw the back of a police car, but it does not mean that they did not commit some of the sins and some of the things in our community that people from the streets openly, had committed. And so when I was listening, going down some of the comments on that same topic, there were some people that say, man, people that sold drugs in the community, people shouldn't listen to them. They the one messed up the community. Now they want to come back out here, and now they want to talk about serving the community. Now they want to talk to youth. You know what I mean? They shouldn't have done what they done. And so that was kind of like the conversation that was going on between some people on that thread. And so my question is, should a person, that has done their time, whether it's 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, should they have the opportunity to come out and serve our community? And for me, I'm advocating for people that done been through some things, that done been to prison, that done been in the street. I advocate for somebody to give them a good paying job to come back and serve the community. So I advocate for that, And so you have some of our brothers and some of our sisters that's from the suites. They just think that they different. You know, and my thing is, whether you from the streets or the suites, I mean, if any of us have not committed a sin, cast the first stone. And so it's not only for people that have done their time in prison to come out and want to right some wrongs in their community. If they don't have the opportunity to go back out, to come back out, and to share their stories with young people that might be going through the same thing, you know what I mean? That's the same way. What about people that done been through different type of abuses? What about people that done been through drug abuse and done went through and straightened their life out? So just because they was on drugs and they did the things that drug addicts do, but they cleaned themselves up, you saying so they shouldn't have the opportunity to go back into drug-ridden places, you know, and try to bring some of their brothers and sisters out of a life that they already had experienced? You know, what about people that have been through mental abuse and physical abuse that has recovered? You know, and so this type of thinking, this separation type thinking, it kind of reminds me of that Willie Lynch theory. Willie Lynch say put the young against the old, put the old against the young, put the light skin against the dark skin, and put the dark skin against the light skin, put the older people against the young people, and the young people against the older people. And then we could add some for 2024. Put the people from the suites against the people from the streets, and the people from the streets against the people from the suites. Put the people that took the COVID shot, put them against the people that didn't take the COVID shot. You know, it's just a question, you know, for me, you know, because I think like there are some people, there are some young juveniles, and there are some young people that's in the county jails and in prison, and they don't want to hear nothing from nobody that ain't been through something. So a lot of times, you know, our people, they don't want to hear from the preachers. You know, a lot of times they're not respecting their parents. You know what I mean? But sometimes if you bring somebody before them that have been through some things that they might perhaps going to be going through if they don't straighten their life out, you know, that could help them. You know, so excluding, you know, saying, you know, who can't be reformed? Who can't reinvent themselves? I mean, because our God don't feel that way. Our God think that we all could be reformed and used. I don't know. You just read the story of Saul. Read the story of Moses. Read the story of some of the prophets. You know, a lot of them, man, they done some things in their time. A lot of them was killers. A lot of them was thieves. Some of them was murderers. Some of them was liars. You know, when you think about the 12 disciples that was around the master, all of them had some issues. One of them was a thief. One of them was a snitch. One of them was you couldn't trust. One of them was hey, but God used them. And so I'll just close on this subject by saying, hey, you know, those of us that have been through some things, that have been living that life out there, we have a whole generation of children trying to figure out who and what they want to be. And then sometime when we go to them juvenile detention centers, and I explain to them that I did 22 years in the feds, and I explained to them that one of my daughters passed while I was in the feds, and all my grandparents and all my uncles and all my aunts and all of them passed while I was in the feds. And don't tell them, don't talk about all the push-ups that you're doing and all the good stuff. What about all the years and years that I cried in pain, suffering? You know, while I was in prison, suffering for the things that I had already done with excruciating pain, a pain that I can't even describe. And so after I go through there and serve my time and come back out, you mean to tell me that I should not have the authority to come out in a community that I helped to destroy and go back and try to save our young people? And so we've also found out, and I'll just reiterate this again, that a lot of people that's from the suites, man, they just got away with a lot of stuff that we didn't get away with, you know. And so, like I said, I'm glad that our Circle of Brotherhood, we brought the people from the streets and the suites together. And I'd imagine the people that were making those comments, saying that, man, it don't matter how much time we done, it don't matter how much we repented for what we done, that we still should not be able to come out here and try to right some wrongs and do right in our community. So shout out to all our brothers that was about that street life. You know what I mean? It's time now, man, that we take that stuff that we were doing, man, and we go in those juvenile detention centers, man, and we share our experiences with our young brothers and sisters, man, that's at the crossroads of their life. They don't know whether they want to do right or do wrong. And so the only thing we're here to do as a messenger, just tell our testimony, just tell what we've been through, and just try to detour them from a life of crime. And so all of our brothers that's coming out, trying to make a difference out here in a society, in a community that we help to destroy, I am championing and lobbying for us. Because not only that we should have a good paying job, but we should be respected as citizens that can come out and reach some people that most people can't reach. I tell you, we go, the Circle of Brotherhood and VIP Reentry, we go into Dade County Pretrial Detention Center. And we go in there and we talk to our brothers and sisters in there in a way that the average person can't talk to them, because the way that I talk to them, because I done been where they at or been where they going, the way I talk to them, they're not going to take you talking to them that same way, because I talk to them rough. Because I want them to understand, man, it's better places to be than to be locked up. Especially we have children, especially we have a woman, bruh. Our children need us on the street, and they need us free. So when we go into that county jail, man, I try to bring them, I try to bring to the mind the things that they miss. And then we go in and we try to get them resources. You know, not to help them get out, but to help them stay out. So shout out to all my brothers that's coming out here, man, after doing time. Shout out to all my recovering addicts after going through your addictions, and then coming back out and being a testimony for people that's going through some things that you are going through. And whenever we see our brothers in the streets, irregardless of what they've been through, if we see them trying to do good in the community, we see them trying to reach our young people, we see them going into the juvenile detention centers and going into the county jails, you know, and trying to bring our people resources so they can stop participating in that revolving door into the criminal system. Man, anytime that we could get somebody to dedicate themselves and dedicate their life to doing things like that, we should support them. And we should rally around getting them pay, a decent pay, so they can come out here and raise our children and try to detour them from a life of crime. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and address that. You know what I mean? And I want to tell us, like, you know, some of our people that think they made it, man, you ain't made it unless all of us make it. And so now, you know, in the circle of brotherhood, we got our people from the suites. They understand now. They understand that we are one. They understand that if we all don't rise, none of us rise. And so that's why for me, like, I dedicate a large portion of my life to go back out there and help fix some things in our community that I helped to destroy when I was out there. That's a noble thing to do. And so for all my brothers that's out there, all my ex this and ex that, hey man, I'm gonna be coming to speak to us, man, to see, man, what is it that we could do, man, to change this violence in our community. So many people done tried it. The feds done tried it, the state done tried it, the county done tried it, the government done tried it. A lot of people done tried to raise our people up. And they making advances, but not fast enough. And I'll tell you, like, y'all not gonna be able to do it without us. Because we can reach people that you can't reach. We can say things to people that you can't say, and they'll feel us because we done been through what they going through. Hey, this Sunny Day 305 Degrees podcast. Do you think that people that's recovering from anything, whether they recovering from a prison sentence, whether they recovering from mental abuse, physical abuse, drug abuse, do you think after that person has cleaned themselves up or reformed themselves, should they be able not to only come back out in the community and serve the community, but be given a job that pays them to come out and serve the community on a high level because they have experienced some things that our young people haven't experienced, but they will experience if somebody don't come and sup with them and talk to them and make them aware that the consequences of their decisions could be detrimental to their lives. And then not only that, then give them a way of escape. Give them some resources. Give them a job. Give them an opportunity. You know what I mean? And so I'll close with this. The Circle of Brotherhood, we go into the Juvenile Detention Center in Dade County and in Broward County. We go into the Dade County pretrial jail. We go in the roughest flows that they got. We go to Everglades Detention Center. We go to Metro West Detention Center. We go to South Florida Reception Center to do our reentry work, to let our brothers and sisters know that we got resources for them when they come out, that we have a family of recovering convicts that can help them get back on their feet. And not only that, we follow them to make sure that they're good for at least a year. So anybody that has any comments, put some comments in the chat. You know, I just wanted to address this issue. Like I say, I had seen on Facebook a few weeks ago that a few people were saying that people that been to prison for selling drugs, you know, and come out, you know, after serving their time, you know, people shouldn't even listen to them because they shouldn't have never sold drugs in our community in the first place. That's that Willie Lynch theory. Put this one against that one and that one against this one so they'll never come together and do something great and positive in our lives. Once again, this Sunny Day 305 Degrees podcast. Peace.